VK4FAX for the group, VK4 Mike Victor. Yeah, good, Don. Thanks for that. And I hope the dog has a recovery. They're pretty valuable members of the family, and they deserve to be looked after. The worst comes down to worst. If they go okay on three legs too. So they've got a couple of spares, as opposed to us bipeds that we do knees and hips. We're a bit handicapped. So the week's sort of really flown. I've been quite busy, and heaps of visitors, people passing through and dropping in, and two radios dropped in. I missed one visitor who's backed out of travelling down here. I got one radio in the post, so I've got another three to look at. An ANAN 10 SDR, quite interesting little box of bits. Got a funny little problem, but I think I know where it can be, but it's very lacking in information on the circuitry. And this FTDX 3000, a lovely looking radio. So you've got to educate yourself on what to expect with them and read the specifications and then test them against other things just to see whether they actually are performing the way it's supposed to be. And the big one is a TL922 amplifier, which is sitting on a little trolley in the shed at the moment. That's the way I'll move it around. Great heavy lump of a thing. So hopefully I'll find something simple with that, but you never know. So yeah, there's plenty lined up, and I think I'm going to pull the pin on doing too much for anybody else, and I'll get back onto my own stuff until the deck's cleared, and then reevaluate it. So just getting a lot of eye strain and headaches at the moment, trying to look at circuits and scouring around the internet for information. So need to take up a little bit of variety. But anyway, yeah, it sounds good. I think there's a little bit extra strength in the repeater at the moment. Over to you, Jake, VK4GRB in the group, VK4MV.
VK. Yeah, sorry, I had to make sure I was on the right channel there. VK4MV, VK4GRB, returning to the group. So I'm on the home radio now, so it should be a little bit clearer, hopefully. So yeah, I've been trying to listen to the new repeater RME, but it's not coming through. But there's a whole lot of rain and stuff over there at the moment. So, and there's a couple of reported outages with Ergon around the area or where it is. So I'm sort of guessing it's probably lost power. I'm hoping that's all it is. Because I can listen to the link coming out of this repeater that goes over there, and it's functioning correctly. So anyway, hopefully with a couple of hours tonight, Ergon will get over there and fix the issues, and hopefully that's all it is. Otherwise, might be a late night trip over there to see what happened. Yeah, I don't have a lot else to report on, other than, yeah, this one seems to be working okay for the time being, touch wood. So hopefully it keeps operating that way, but we shall see. So I've got a bit of a weird issue here with my HF antenna on my house. So it's a Bushcom antenna, and it's a centre fed, and it's got wires about 7 long each coming from the centre of it out to insulators at the end, and it's got rope on the insulators and it's tied off. And the wire rope isn't touching anything or anything like that, but inside my house the LMR 400 cable has end connections, and it drops down to RG58 and comes out with nice little leads out to the radio. Now I disconnect them because it was storming here and plenty of lightning, and now when I connect them back up, even with all the lightning gone, I still get a little spark when I touch the connectors together. So I'm thinking there's some sort of induced voltage along there, or it's partly to do with probably my roof isn't earthed. So the outside shield of my coax would be at the same potential as my roof, because it's connected to the antennas on the mast, and the mast is connected to the roof, etc. And the back of the radio is earthed to the building earth, or rather to a dedicated earth here, and they're at different potentials. So I'm yet to measure the voltage difference between the two, but they do make a considerable spark, which I don't like entirely, and the HF antenna gives me high VSWR readings, so I'm sort of wondering whether they might be linked. So I've got to do a bit of investigation with that. So it's interesting times. So all right, I think that's about it. So unfortunately our other repeater isn't going, but hopefully it will get itself going when it hopefully gets power back. Hopefully that's all the issue is. So back to you, Gary. VK4BAD, VK4GRB in the group.
VK4GRA in group, VK4BAD. Before we close off, does anyone else want to join in, say hello, goodbye before we close the net off? VK4BAD? No, nothing heard there. My apologies for the people who are listening on YouTube. I didn't realise that there was no volume going out until I read a message. And I noticed I had one microphone turned off. So you wouldn't have heard too much of the first half of the net. Anyway, with that lot there, this is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Ambler Radio Club. I would like to thank VK4FAX, VK4 Mike Victor, and VK4JRA for joining in on the net tonight. Okay, this is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Ambler Radio Club. Until the same time next week at 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m, 09:30 UTC, when we bring another edition of VK4BAD BadNet. I'll now change back to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. And we'll catch us all again the same time next week. This is VK4 GRB saying 7-3 and catch us all next time round.